Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in a place that I should be wholly ashamed of myself for not having visited before. Today I'm in the Seashell Botanical Gardens. Will you get a load of that tree behind me? I gotta go, I've gotta get the camera out. This little grove of trees that I'm in right here is, it's a grove of trembling or quaking aspens. And what's really interesting about these trees is that every one of them is a clone. Every one of these trunks has the same root. When I first saw this grove, there was a specific idea I had in mind for an image I wanted to capture, but it's not going to work out today because the sun has just come up and it's too bright, so I think I best come back and capture that image on a day when it's more overcast. For now, I'm going to shoot this really neat little grouping of mushrooms. Just a little ways out of the aspen grove, I spotted this crazy spider web. So yeah, I stopped and I spent a little bit of time here. One thing I wanted to work on here was getting the foreground and background out of focus, but keeping the subject pin sharp. I think I got it. If you have a botanical gardens in your community, I highly recommend that you go and visit it ASAP. Your botanical gardens are going to have an absolute diversity of plant life, but they're also going to have something that you don't find in nature, and that's straight lines. Have a look behind me here. Yeah, that's the shot I'm setting up for right now. Okay, I'm setting up for the shot here and I have cranked my ISO down to 160 for this shot. What I'm after is a really moody kind of shot. We don't have any mist, but boy, you can bet I'll be back here on a misty day for sure. So yeah, I'm set at 160. I've got her at f22. We're at 2 seconds. We're gonna go for a nice long shot in there, incorporating all of that moody, dark, foresty look. Wow, I can't believe I found this. This is how I originally took the photograph because I wanted as much light and detail in it as I could possibly get. In post-processing, I adjusted the exposure and the dehaze to get the dark, moody look. Then I added a little dodging and burning in Photoshop to keep the separation between the trees. Well, I could stay in this area all day, that's for sure, but I just met a fellow that we follow each other on Instagram. Hi, Green Man. And he told me that there is a mossy maple grove that way. So we're gonna go that way. But first, let's take a moment and enjoy the beauty of this place.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing.
So I did find the mossy maple patch and it was very, very pretty, but I just wasn't inspired to photograph it. And I think the reason for that is because out here on the Sunshine Coast, if you just step off the road, you can find a mossy maple patch to photograph. Yeah, I'm spoiled, I know, I apologize. In any case, I thought while I'm here, I want to go and take the opportunity to photograph a greater diversity of plants than I normally do. And there's a big diversity. The first thing that I'm going to try for is this little tree that's fallen down, and what's interesting me is we've got all of this green at the tip, And as we go up, it just grows into this incredible yellow. And then we have a little bit of puddle and some red, brown, golds on each side, and that darkness in the back is really intriguing me. So I'm going to see what I can do with this image. Well, I totally screwed this up. My mistake was that I completely relied on the viewfinder on the back of my camera instead of really thinking about what settings I should be using. So I ended up with a whole bunch of areas that are completely blown out. I should have been watching my histogram. But I'm going to leave this image here because I think it's important to share our mistakes so we can all learn from them. So if you can see right behind me, right in there, I've got a little bit of reflection, and that's what I'm going to try and shoot. I don't know if it's going to work out. I have my doubts. I do have a polarizer, and I'm going to try and shoot it with the polarizer. Cross your fingers, wish me luck. Okay, I've got this all framed up, and I think it's going to work. Let's see if we can get in there. Sometimes it's really hard to show these. There you go. So there's the reflection. We are shooting on 1 second, f22. ISO is at 320, and we've got all of that good reflection in there. And the lens that I'm shooting on today is my 55 to 210. Okay, and we'll just go up from there and show you right down here what we're after. I feel redeemed. A few adjustments of the settings and a polarizer seems to have done the trick, and I have to say this is absolutely my favorite image from today. Here at the Seashell Botanical Gardens, there is for sure a great diversity of plant life, but there's also a couple of pond areas that support salamanders and herons and other wild species of the area. And as I was walking past, I spotted a heron, and of course I scared him off, but he went up and he landed in a tree. And I sat, and I have tried to get some good shots of him. If they turn out, I will put them right here, and if not, you probably won't see any of this at all. Well, I was just about ready to wrap this up, but across from me, I spotted a beautiful reflection that I'm going to try and capture. And after that, I'm going to try for some macro or intimate nature shots. But I think I'm going to leave you guys here, and we will see you next time. And once again, thank you so much for joining me. It means so much to me when you let me share a bit of my world and my enthusiasm for photography with you. I hope you find some inspiration and some enthusiasm of your own in what I'm doing here. Bye. See you next time.